Did you know that before the internet, before electricity, before Christ, people explained the world through stories? Thunder meant Zeus was in rage. An earthquake felt like Poseidon stomping around. Illness meant someone must have angered the wrong god. Myths were not fantasies. They were the ancient world's manual. They offered meaning, comfort, and structure. They were the heartbeat of society. And then came the great storytellers, Homer and Hesiod. Their epics shaped imaginations for centuries. But here's the key. Their stories answered who did it, not how it happened. They were poets, not philosophers. They gave people heroes and gods, not theories and explanations. Back then, questioning established beliefs was less common. People held on to stories the way we hold on to familiar songs, close, without thinking twice. Then came a man who simply wondered, what else could be true? Thales of Miletus, born around 624 years before Christ, in a busy port city, surrounded by travelers from Egypt and Babylon, Thales inhaled ideas the way others inhaled air. He wasn't royalty, nor a priest, and history never tells us much about his wife or children, if he had any. What survived was the echo of his thinking. Thales was curious, practical, and a little eccentric, the kind of man who might walk into a ditch because he was too busy studying the stars above him. He didn't write poems or speeches. He walked. He observed. He measured. He asked questions people didn't even realize were possible. People valued his insights, especially because they often led to real benefits, predicting harvests, advising traders, and reading the natural world like a quiet book. And here's the gentle truth. Thales didn't set out to destroy beliefs, nor shame tradition, but his ideas inevitably challenged them. When you offer a new way of seeing, the old way naturally shifts. He wasn't fighting mythology. He was adding another lens beside it. Thales famously said that water is the fundamental principle of all things. Why water? Because he noticed its presence in life, in change, in growth. It could flow, transform, rise, return. In a world full of divine explanations, Thales looked for a unifying principle underneath, something that tied everything together. And he wasn't obsessed with being right. He was obsessed with understanding. That's why he's remembered as the first Western philosopher. Not because he found all the answers, but because he dared to ask thoughtful questions that reached beyond the obvious. He showed the world that questions are not threats. They are lamps. They light the path. And with no telescope, no calculator, no modern tools, he predicted an eclipse simply by observing patterns in the sky. So what can we take from Thales? That wisdom begins long before certainty. It begins the moment we ask a thoughtful question, a question that nudges the mind awake, a question that invites humility, a question that opens a door. Thales didn't change the world by force. He changed it by wondering. And maybe that is the courage we need today.